For the listener's discretion, this podcast contains strong language and adult themes that may not be suitable for children. These are not the views of the radio station or its affiliates.
Can we stop the arguing? Can we take a moment where we can calm down? It's just so exhausting. Swinging in the wind, going round and round. I know that we won't say sorry. You beg and I plead, but my heart can't beat until I feel the vibrations. I wanna give you vibrations. I know that we won't say sorry until I feel the vibrations. I wanna give you vibrations, baby. I see me addressing you. Let me put the smile right onto your face, tracing every inch of you. Using my tongue to find your happy place. I know that we can't play naughty. You beg and I plead, and you pull my heartstrings until I feel the vibrations. I wanna give you vibrations.
Can you hear me?
Until I feel the vibrations. I wanna give you vibrations. I know that we won't say sorry until I feel the vibrations. I wanna give you.
There you are.
Yep, here I am.
Talking about, can you hear me?
Well, because I couldn't see the intro.
Yeah, because I had you up in the background, so yes, they could hear you.
I'm glad I wasn't saying nothing else. Can you hear me?
Lord have mercy. I'm like, let me mute him right quick. Lord. Whew. So glad. So glad. Everything is behind the TV. So glad. So glad. Have mercy. Thank God for small things. How are you, sir? Small, very small.
Very small.
So glad I'm paying attention to it. Have my finger on the button. Always got my finger on the mute button for you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's what they made it for. Absolutely made it for.
So it doesn't say mute, it says Chris.
Yes, it does. It says
all right.
It says mute.
Okay.
Mute Chris is what it actually says. Mute Chris. How are you today?
I'm all right. Just, climbing out from under a bunch of work, but I'm okay.
That sounds like a marvelous thing. So I'm actually going to bring Catherine in with us because before our guest comes on, we're going to talk a little bit about what we were doing this weekend. There she is. Unmute her. Well, she needs to unmute. There she is. Hi. We're going to talk a little bit. Look, everybody's got their shirt on. Everybody's got their. You can't see mine there. We're going to talk.
I got a white T-shirt on, and that's all I got on.
I'm not talking to you.
Thank you.
Hi, Sally.
Hi, Sally. Hey, Sally.
Poor Sally. She's supposed to be in Hawaii right now. And with all of the volcano stuff going on, she is delayed from going on her fabulous vacation that she deserves so much. And so she's here with us.
She can't go to Hawaii because they have volcanoes.
That's exactly what I just said.
But
that
why?
is literally what I just said.
I know, but why?
Because it's erupting right now.
You know, what gets me is they've been erupting for 5 million years.
No, they're for real erupting right now.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, you mean they doing the blah, blah. Okay.
Yes.
they're for real erupting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, if anybody's been paying attention, he's so, oh my gosh. If anyone's been paying attention
It's okay, Chris.
to any of my social medias, yeah, you keep those on for real right now. I have been kind of not everywhere. It probably looks like I was everywhere, but I was out Friday morning, 6 a.m. Y'all know I don't even like to get up early at all, but I was up at 6 a.m., which means that I had to be on the road at 5 a.m. going up to Anthem outlets to go in and represent and interview Retail Therapy AZ for their new location, their grand opening up there at the Anthem outlets for Black Friday. For one, their Glendale location is already thebomb.com because they've got 70 local stores inside that one store. So, and then they have 40 local businesses inside their Anthem location. And then they already have applications for more stores inside that one. Those people are thebomb.com. Okay. I had to resist buying everything. These earrings, I bought these when I was there. Okay. And the earrings I had on, I'd already bought from the Glendale locations. So much more I wanted to buy there. So much more. I had to resist. But you guys definitely go check them out. So they are in Suite 105, right next to Calvin Klein, in the outlets out there. And then on Saturdays, they're in the open market. So they got the deal of a lifetime. They really worked the deal out there. And these are two young females. Okay, two young females. Sally said, my nieces are sick, so it delayed the trip also. But there's also an active, let's add that word for Chris, active volcano right now erupting. Okay, active volcano erupting there. Sally said, hey, Catherine, the handler. Yes, she is. This is why Chris is here. Had my nerves shook a little bit. We won't talk about that. Thank God for Catherine. So yeah, it's a very unique type of space that they have. So for retailers who want to have brick and mortar, but really can't afford to do that on their own. So this is a space where you can go in and share a space and be in a brick and mortar, okay, but not on your own, and just have like a little bit of space there to showcase your items and not have the full responsibility of overhead. Brilliant. And so now they once again they have the Glendale location. And so when I first went there, I went there because one of my girlfriends, she has a business. Now I can't remember the name of it. Please forgive me. It is wholesome. She does whole healing, and so I did a sound bath in their Glendale location, which they do rent a space out for different things like that, yoga and different things like that. So that's when I met them, and fell in love with them there in their space. And you know me, I'm always networking, always seeing how can we help and how can we, edification. How can we do that and help one another? And so they had just opened in June of 2022. And like I said, two young women. And just from the time that I met them then, which was in, I think, September, from that time until November, they scored this location in Anthem. Wow. Exactly. That look that you had on your face, Catherine. And it was just, I mean, they didn't even mean for it to happen like that. But that was a plus of the pandemic. We're going to ignore Chris right now. Ignore all that's happening with Chris. Like it's not even.
He's trying. He's had technical difficulties with that camera. I think we're going to end up having to replace that camera probably.
Listen to Catherine. She
or
is
change it out.
She's always trying to smooth it over so that I don't curse out Chris. Look at that. She is always trying to.
Thank you, Donna. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, and it doesn't work. It doesn't work. I don't want to hear none of that. But they scored that. They told the people at the Anthem outlet, they said, well, if the number is right, because they went there about the open market, and they made the numbers right because they were desperate. The Anthem outlets were desperate because they lost so many people because of the pandemic, right?
Right.
They had so many spaces open. So, wow, right place, right time, right numbers.
So when they do that open air market on the Saturdays, do they bring in, does that mean they have more room for additional vendors? Is that what their waiting list is?
The waiting list is for inside the store.
Oh.
So what do they do with the what do they do with the open air market?
I was not there. I was not there. However, for Glendale, let me let you know, for Glendale, they have a couple different open air markets. Like they do Christown, they have Fun Day Sunday in Glendale. These ladies, they are just busy. They are dynamic, okay? They are just not brick and mortar. They are out here doing it. And after I met them that time at their Glendale location, because I've seen these type of stores before, but I've seen them not be successful, okay? I've seen just probably just sit there. And so I sat outside for a while. And I'm like, because I don't want to recommend like, hey, yeah, go to there, you know, and then yourself just sit there. So I sat outside for a while. And I saw plenty of people going in and purchasing. That's what made the difference. I saw people buying. I saw plenty of people going in and out, and not just in and out, but in and out and purchasing. And they also, at the Glendale location, they have, they call it something fancy, but they have a refrigerator thing in there. And it was almost empty when I went in, okay? I bought some of the juices, and it took me maybe a day or two before I had some of it. It was so delicious. It was so delicious.
So it wasn't like your regular refrigerators that you have at the grocery store where, you know, it's the pre-bottled like Pepsi or whatever. No, it was the local.
This is homemade stuff. Yes, absolutely. And it's someone who comes in and refills this stuff with local homemade things. This is not Pepsi. This is not Coca-Cola. This is none of that. I was going to say crap. This is none of that stuff. That's what was going to come out of my mouth. This is none of that stuff. Yes, Chris, it's none of that crap that you drink.
More natural. There we go. More natural.
This is all, you know, from locally made, locally sourced from someone, you know, that locally, that if you don't buy it, they're going to go hungry, Chris. Okay. They're going to starve. Their lights are going to get cut off, Chris. Okay. That's what's going to happen if you don't buy their juice. So, and they had salsas, tamales. So I bought some of the tamales a second time. Ooh. Oh my God. The beef and the cheese tamales. Let me just say. And they were on sale. They were 2 for $7.
I'm sorry to hear about people going hungry.
You say you're sorry to hear about that?
I'm real sorry about people going hungry. Because see, me myself.
With your 7 cases that you probably bought of that, we know you're not going hungry.
Look, don't play.
Don't start.
Don't play.
Well, why don't you go down there? Why don't you go down there?
But those are empty.
Yeah, because he's not going hungry. Well, why don't you go down to the local Glendale Retail Therapy and to their little refrigerator and support some of those local people that you know is going directly into their pockets so that they don't go hungry. How about that? Just a suggestion.
Just a suggestion.
Just a suggestion.
Do they have baked goods too?
Yes.
That are not that don't have, you know, the extra additives.
Oh, now we choosy.
Now you know what I mean by the extra additives.
She had me at baked goods. Okay.
Now we all selective.
Yeah,
now we all selective with his Pepsi over there and his Girl Scout cookies and all that. Now we're selective, Catherine.
No,
actually, we
the non like. I don't.
But yes, they do.
The name of it.
Yes, they
okay.
do. They have quite a few, and they have this. They have popcorn. They have popcorn, and it looks like just cheese popcorn. Not one of them is cheese popcorn. it's like all these other flavors. I was like, nope, that's not. Nope, that's not. No, all these other. I can't even remember, but there are all these other flavors.
But you tasted every last one of them, didn't you?
No, I did not.
Really?
Greedy guts. No, I did not. Greedy guts.
Okay.
I did not. No.
So you're gonna come back with a menu or something.
Wait,
Tell me
wait,
what's
wait.
up.
But you knew what flavors you were getting when you taste them, right?
I didn't taste anything. They're closed. They're all closed.
Oh,
And they're all labeled
okay.
and everything. What I'm saying is they have a wide variety and it's all very
Nice.
creative. Very
Okay.
creative.
And you can read what the flavor is on the label.
No, you have to guess.
It's not like the jelly bean, the Harry Potter jelly beans that you buy the bag and you never know exactly what flavors are going to be in there.
No, I've never heard of that. I don't know where you're buying that stuff from. I don't know where you're getting that from.
That's on their side of town. Okay, so
no, this is in Glendale. I don't know what side. That's Buckeye. That's Buckeye that's going on. That's in Buckeye where you guys are. This is Glendale. No mystery.
You cannot
jelly
tell
beans.
me that you've never heard of the jelly beans.
I have never heard of them, and I don't eat jelly beans, and that's probably why.
And if you ask her who has, if she asks
Because you like to play games. I don't play games with my food. I don't play mystery
See.
games
I've never
with the food.
bought them because I didn't want like one of the yucky flavors.
you didn't want to,
so
didn't want to taste like Dumbledore.
No, no, this is not. It's not those kind of flavors. It's like,
How do you know? How do you know, Catherine? How do you
I
know?
had friends that bought them. I had friends that purchased the weird flavor jelly beans.
You think they're going to tell you? You think they're going to admit that they ate Dumbledore? You think they're going to admit it? No, they're not going to admit it.
No, they were
Until after you, like what?
Boy, that jelly bean
Like-
tastes like Hagrid hash.
Well,
Yes.
there were some flavors that were like really good flavor. I mean, it's from the movie. There were some flavors that were really good flavors, and then there were
I
other
never
flavors
heard
that
of
were
jelly beans
like
in
vomit
that movie.
and that
What?
kind of stuff. So
Did you say
just had to
vomit?
be really.
Did you
yeah.
say vomit?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Harry Potter things have those strange flavors. Yes.
Okay, see, there's
Sally
Sally.
knows what I'm talking about.
No,
Sally
you
knows
don't know what
everything.
you're talking about.
No,
But
Sally
was
is our
quick to
director of
find out.
research. Sally is just our director of research and can find anything. She
Right.
ain't
Right,
not one of those.
you notice Sally didn't say they taste good. No, but I'll find you the information you need.
Sally, have you ever eaten these? Have you ever eaten these?
This is her chance to say, not no, but hell no. Okay.
Sally, have you eaten them and will you ever eat them? Asking for a friend. Just want to know. Or are you just doing your job and researching and
She does
supplying people with
researching.
information?
Right. She just
She's
researching.
probably
She
just
is not trying to get in there.
researching.
Okay.
That's all we want to know. Will you ever eat these?
I was never brave enough to try them, so
She said, not no, hell no.
Hell
See,
no.
what did I say? What did I say? My exact
Vomit?
words. My exact words. Not
Vomit?
no, but hell no. I said that's what she was gonna say.
Vomit? Vomit?
Oh man.
I mean, who is it that judges that it tastes like vomit? And
I
what
have
type
no
of vomit?
Probably the person
I
who
have
did
no
vomit
idea.
after they eat them. I don't know. Those are gonna taste like vomit if somebody picks them up. I mean,
I just know it's supposed to emulate the movie, so that's all I know about them. So
Look, I've never watched Harry Potter. I'm gonna keep it 100. I've never watched it.
Gryffindor jelly. Da-da.
And I'm cool, but no, they don't have any of that at retail therapy. And if that's what you're looking for, I'm
No.
sorry. I'm sorry.
no,
Folks
that's
at
cool
retail
that they have
therapy-
the flavors listed.
No,
I'm
they got
sorry.
70 other customers that are on waiting list, and they're like, okay, let's start going back.
They
and
have a
ask
lot
them
of things. They
if
have a
they
lot of
know.
things. They even have at the Anthem one, they have these infusion kits for alcohol, where it's an empty
boy.
bottle with
You
infusion
had meat alcohol.
with infusion stuff. With infusion things, so you can like just pour your alcohol in it, and then it infuses like peach and all these other flavors into the alcohol once you put it in there.
They are
They-
actually selling that kit now.
Obviously,
Okay,
This is where
okay,
I s-
understand something. Okay, we were doing that back in the day when we were going to the movies.
Well,
Okay.
now it's organized and it's
Go
nice
ahead.
and neat. Now it's nice
No,
and neat.
man, no, you can check my bag. All I got in here is apples and oranges.
Total
Yeah.
Wine sells Harry Potter jelly beans.
Thank you, Sally.
Mm.
See, I'm not losing my mind. I promise. I don't make this up.
I'm very tempted to go check this out. So, Catherine, we're going to bring you back after our guest. I
Okay.
didn't get as deep into our conversation about what we did this weekend because you brought up that silly ass jelly bean thing. Thank you. And no, thank you, Catherine. Okay.
You're welcome. I'll be back.
Yes, maybe.
Because if she get her hands on some jelly beans, we got problems.
Maybe. All right, Debbie.
Why did I just hear her car start? She hitting the total line.
Let's bring our guest in for tonight. Debbie, come on in. I'm sure since she's going to be talking about some health stuff that she is like outdone by the jelly bean thing. Hi, Debbie. Oh my God. That was not supposed to be on the menu for tonight. I don't even know what that is. Like, I don't know. Just ignore that. Ignore the jelly bean thing. It didn't happen. How are you tonight, Debbie?
Oh, I'm doing fabulous. Thank you. That was funny listening to you guys.
That was definitely not on the agenda. I don't know what the heck that was about, that jelly
All I
bean
know is
thing.
I heard her car pull out the parking lot. So I don't know. Car
She's
just
going to
left
Total
the driveway.
Wine.
She's going to Total Wine.
Oh my gosh.
She's going to come back with an infusion kit, some jelly beans.
What a rough night that's going to be in that house. Oh, wow. So, Debbie, thank you so much for joining us. Let me start by asking you, because we're going to back up some, because you were on the schedule for the show and we were inside of our empowerment series. And so we are now in another series. However, I'm going to back up some because I want to ask you, what did it feel like being featured in Empowerment Magazine?
Oh, it was amazing. And, I know I inspire people, but being featured in Empower Magazine was a real honor. And being selected to be part of it, I really enjoyed doing it.
That's amazing. And so now tell us about yourself a little bit and kind of what it is that you do.
Okay, well, I'm a certified holistic health coach. And what I do is I help revitalize people's health. And I help them with cleaning up their diet. I help them release weight. I help them also work with stress and hormones. But one thing I do need to talk about, if I'm going to, everything is based on what I do is based on nutritional information I'm giving tonight. As a certified holistic health coach, I am not allowed to treat, prevent, cure, or heal, or diagnose any diseases. So I'm just providing nutritional information only, and it doesn't replace any medical doctor's advice. Just want to get that out there. And so it's really important that people, you guys are talking about junk food. It's really important that people have a clean diet. And because, all these things that people eat, that's junk food, it's full of some kind of chemical that's not really good for you. And sometimes some of it may be mild toxins or whatever. But for instance, I always guide people to a clean diet. And I help them also look at, I ask them to do a health evaluation that helps them rate their symptoms. And from that, it gives me an idea to where I can start with them. And I got into this because of my own transformation. I actually didn't think I was going to go down this health journey. And what was great is that I actually realized I needed to do something about my health. Every Christmas, we made holiday cards, and I had a photo in there, and this family photo made me cry. And my husband saw my tears and bought me a gift of health of a keto plan that I committed to. And I actually released 70 pounds and became a half marathon runner. And also been able to keep off the weight for over 9 years. And this month is my 9th anniversary. And because of my experience of that, I love helping people revitalize their health. And what I do is, like I said before, is I have them do a health evaluation, which gives me an idea where to look. And then I educate them on what foods are good for them. I give them a good food, bad food list. I tell them they need to eat a clean diet with GMO-free and organic produce. For meats, I recommend wild-caught salmon, grass-fed beef, pasture-raised chickens, because they have less toxins and pesticides in them, and they're a cleaner protein. And I also educate them that, that our produce are not up to snuff like they used to be over 50, 60 years ago. They've actually declined in nutritional values about 70 to 80%. And the main reason is because minerals don't come into our soils anymore. Either they're being rotated out because we don't rotate our crops, or the minerals are not coming into the soil because they come from places, from mountains, and our waters are dammed and minerals are not able to get there. And the minerals are actually is what produces high concentration of vitamins, and they're really the key to your health. And with our vegetables being 70 to 80% deficient of vitamins and minerals, you really need to supplement. It's the key to good health. And so I guide people to cleaning up their diet, educating why our foods are the way they are. I educate them why they should try to be gluten-free, because it kind of gums up your digestive tract and it damages your villi. And I can get into more details about that.
Now, do you think everyone should be gluten-free across the board?
Gluten-free, actually, if somebody is gluten-free, even though you're not celiac, it will help you digest your foods better. So you'll tend to not want to crave salty processed foods like chips and cookies and jelly beans. And
jelly beans.
And I just made him leave the room.
I mean, she just shot my whole diet down. See, first of all, I think this show is a setup. Okay, because I noticed that while Debbie is talking to me,
set up on my part.
well, while she's talking, I noticed she ain't looking at nobody else in the room but me. Okay, and it's like, there's like 80 million viewers out there, and she's looking right dead at me like, I saw you with the Girl Scout cookies. I saw you with the Girl Scout cookies, so don't even tell me that lie. I saw you with the girl. Okay, and I heard about you in the Pepsi. Thanks, Deb. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you for setting me up. You didn't.
I told her all about you. All about you.
Let's get back to gluten, okay?
No. But so you are saying that across the board, you feel that?
Yeah, because you know what gluten does? First of all, we don't have the digestive enzyme to digest wheat, which has a lot of gluten in it, okay? And the Asian wheat and the GMO wheat is even more complex. So it's even harder to digest. And what gluten does, it kind of corrupts the villi. If you know the villi, it's kind of like a sea anemone grabbing for nutrients. And what it does, it gives it less surface area. So people have a tendency, to want to eat more. And when they eat more and they're stressed, now Chris may be stressed, okay, and that might be a valid reason why he's eating this stuff.
If I'm on this show, I'm stressed. Trust me. Okay,
it tends to make you crave salty processed foods, okay, and it's not doing your health any good, because when you're stressed, it raises your cortisol levels and makes you want to eat this way, and it just goes into a cycle, and then weight gain occurs. And it's important to start cutting that stuff out of your diet, because you're going to find once your villi is corrected and can absorb all the foods that you eat, and even the medications you take, if it's corrupted like this, you'll end up taking more medications. But once it's corrected, you'll be able to absorb the foods that you eat, and you won't feel like you need to eat this stuff anymore. And that's why it's really ideal for a lot of people, even if they're not gluten-free, to be gluten-free. And there's a lot of bread products out there that are gluten-free, that, like sourdough, believe it or not, actually, removes the gluten all by itself by the way the yeast creates
What?
the sourdough. So,
I didn't know
that's
that.
one product that you can eat. But, if you can't be 100% gluten-free, at least try cutting it out. And when I, did my weight release program, I was cut down to a half a piece of bread. And eventually I just didn't want it anymore.
So Debbie,
see,
let me
I
ask
like
you this.
the-
Let me ask this, because I pay very attention to words and wording and the intentionalness of how people say things. I keep hearing you say, when I read, you say released
That's
your
where
weight.
I was going.
Yeah. I keep hearing you say release your weight.
Mm-hmm. And the reason I'm saying release your weight is because a lot of people tend to yo-yo on their diet, and gain the weight back. They found their weight.
So
When you
basically,
release your
when
weight
when
and
you
you let
release it,
the weight go bye-bye, it will not
Okay.
come back. And I've been very blessed that I've been able to keep my weight off for over, 9 years and counting.
And you guys, Sally has put down here 10 best gluten-free restaurants in Phoenix. Thanks, Sally. That's a nice little tip down there.
and
for
I
the
didn't see a
people.
Burger
you.
King in the list.
There you go.
But it will help you absorb your foods better, and you'll have less inflammation in your system, and you'll feel better and be less
Okay.
bloated.
I'm so
Okay.
glad. I'm so glad you came on after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna lie. I'm so glad you missed the end of season 5. Now you are in season 6. That I was able to eat my entire Thanksgiving meal, even my leftovers, without you telling me about, you should be gluten free. Really? I got this whole chicken leg in my face right now.
Now, how do people navigate the holidays when they're trying to be gluten-free?
Okay. Well, to tell you the truth, there's different things you can eat and not eat stuffing. I actually sometimes when I make the turkey, I just, I make a vegetable dish, or I use, or I make a cranberry sauce. But not everyone's going to want to go gluten-free. I'm sorry. They just don't want to. Just like, Chris is feeling right now.
Mm-hmm.
And what you want to do is maybe limit how much you eat of it. That's all.
Okay.
And start and eventually let it fade away. Okay. And that's when I was getting to that half a piece of bread idea. Because eventually you're not going to want to eat it anymore. It's just not something that is satisfying for you. And the problem with making cornbread dressing is that you got to make sure that it's not GMO corn. But there's other things you can do is to replace that is that yams are wonderful, side dish to have at Thanksgiving. Cranberry sauce is wonderful to have at Thanksgiving. Some people you bake butternut squash, and there's a whole bunch of different things that you can do to replace gluten. It's and pasta is part of gluten, and you can replace pasta with spaghetti squash and use that for like your pasta. And then also they make noodles out there that are gluten-free, and also pasta that are gluten-free that you can switch it out as well. So, and there's breads that are gluten-free. So if you make your stuffing with a bread that is a gluten-free stuffing, then there's your stuffing for your Thanksgiving.
So now let me say this, because I like when we have people who come on who are health, and I say health professionals, health gurus, health coaches, however we want to state it. I like to approach it from the point of view for our people who are financially strapped, okay? Because usually it is not easy to be health conscious when your pockets are thin.
Yes.
Like the pastas, okay? Because I know I like me some macaroni and cheese, okay? And when you look at going with a gluten-free or some other type of substitute on your pastas, that's not cheap at all. How would a person who is financially challenged do that?
Well, it's interesting. Fast foods are cheap too. It's just the
And
way,
they're not good for you.
and they're not good for you. So what you do is you kind of use your money in a different way. Okay. So maybe you don't want to invest in things that are that are not good for your health, because eventually later on you're going to be dealing with a health issue that's going to be very expensive for you. You get where I'm coming from? And they do have gluten-free mac and cheese. And what some people do is I don't make pasta, but some people actually make pasta themselves with ingredients. I don't really make pasta, but let's say they make it from almond flour, or they make it from, I don't recommend flaxseed or anything in soy, but they make it from coconut flour. I know that I personally, when I bake things like cookies and things like that, I use, because my son is allergic to tree nuts, I use coconut flour, and so it cost me a little bit more to get that coconut flour, but it's healthier for my son, it's healthier for me. And mac and cheese is not a bad thing for somebody that's doing a keto plan that I originally did. But I would just not use the pasta part of it. Cheese is, cheese, when you make it from real cheese, not the powder stuff, right?
Right.
It's actually a healthy fat for you. And when you make it with butter, that's a healthy fat for you. So you can find recipes out there for keto mac and cheese, and you can find recipes possibly to make your own pasta. But I'm not saying people to do that. There's boxes that you can buy that are already done for you.
Okay.
And you can get them usually at places like, I don't know if you have Sprouts where you live,
Yes.
but you can get them from Sprouts or Whole Foods. But yes, it costs more. I'm not going to tell you it's not. But in the long run, the cost of what you have to do medically is going to cost you more than that one box of mac and cheese that will help you.
I'm gonna fool everybody. I'm just gonna get some tofu and call it a day.
Tofu's not good for you.
No, soy's not good for you. You want to know why? And that's what tofu is made from. It actually mimics estrogen, and it'll make people have hormone imbalances. So you want to stay away from soy and flaxseed. Flaxseed does the exact same thing.
Okay.
Something you think is healthy.
I wish y'all could see me sitting over here.
Oh, we can see you.
Okay, no, you don't understand. I'm sitting here with this pen, and I'm crossing off all the stuff I can't eat. I'm down to the white egg. I'm down to egg whites. Okay.
Oh, you can eat the whole egg.
Oh, all right. Hold on. Oh, yeah, boy. All right. Now we found something I can eat.
Yes. And
right.
the whole egg is great because the yolk itself is full of vitamins and minerals, and it's really healthy for you. And the cholesterol in the egg is healthy cholesterol. People need to have healthy cholesterol.
Yeah, I need more healthy cholesterol.
I just need more eggs from what it sounds like. All right, so what else we got going on? What else can I eat?
You can eat cheese. Let's say you're probably not a fan of goat cheese, but you can eat cheese.
I love goat cheese.
Goat cheese, yes.
This is my breakfast. This is my go-to breakfast. I soft scramble some eggs. I put goat cheese in it, and then I add some kind of curry spice. Mine's called curry mix, and some basil, and I scramble it up and I eat it.
Okay, see,
I never have boring scrambled eggs ever.
No, we were good. We were good with the goat cheese and the eggs. See, but at some point in time, somebody gonna have to slap a piece of bacon up in there somewhere.
Now, if it's nitrate-free bacon, you're okay, and it's a healthy product. Yes. So you just don't want things that have chemicals and preservatives and things like that. So nitrate-free bacon is okay.
Nitrate-free.
But you don't want to overdo anything. You always want to eat things in moderation, you know?
Yeah.
But if you're on a keto plan, you're leveling up, you're bringing up your healthy fats, and you have moderate protein and really low in carbs anyways, and that's how you drop weight. Because what's happening is that it will automatically create ketosis, and you'll start burning your fat like Pac-Man. Your liver creates ketones that burns up the fat.
Big
Well,
facts.
see, I do things in moderation. That was, yeah, I
Said
did
that
that.
damn Pepsi.
No,
but-
no. I did let me tell you what I did. I ate 1 box of Girl Scout cookies for breakfast, and then I stopped. Then I ate another Girl Scout cookies box for lunch. I moderated myself. I didn't eat them all at one time.
So you had 2 boxes today?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a lot, bro.
That's a lot of sugar.
That's a lot,
And
bro.
sugar
A
causes a
lot
lot
of happy Girl Scouts, though. I mean, you know.
Mm-mm.
You know what? You're learning something today, so that's all I can say.
You know,
Look at her
I mean,
being positive with you. I'm just telling you, cut it out.
I have sympathy for him.
She tried to be real cool, but you learned something positive today. And right when you get your head wrapped around, yeah, I did learn something today. You hear MONI in the other ear talking about, look, I just tell them cut it out. All right, thank you. I was confused when I got in. I'm more confused now. Thank you very much. Okay.
Well, Debbie, I want to make sure. So, because before we let you go, I want to make sure that you get the crux of what you want to tell the people out. So, go straight to that. If there's anything else that you want to tell the people, go straight to that, please.
Okay. So anyways, I help people with stress and hormones and help them release weight. And I actually had a Better Health Challenge team that did 2 different meal plans. And they were normally the teams have 4 people. These only have 2, and they actually won the semi-finalists. And somebody lost 35 pounds, somebody lost 25 pounds in 3 months. So I help coach people to release weight. I help people, clean up their diet. I help people if they have any other issues with stress and hormones, because once you start bringing all that down, your body will function more efficiently. Stress creates insulin levels to rise. It creates thyroid to be inactive. It can create depression, and it can tax your adrenals, which slows down your metabolism. And then hormones, when they're imbalanced, can cause, slow down your metabolism and weight gain. And all this stuff is hard to release weight. So I kind of guide people through their obstacles for that. I guide people through their obstacles if they want to do a weight release program with me. And I also help people with mindset as well. I help them look at their little wins. I help them vision themselves as a new version of themselves. And I also, help them tackle the big stuff if they're hiding behind their fat, which is like a trauma thing that they've had in their past. And I also recommend people take pictures of themselves during their weight loss journey, because it really is an eye opener to see that how much weight you really are losing, because people don't realize at their present moment they're succeeding. Okay.
Yeah.
And they're too hard on themselves, and they just got to stop doing that. I help them get through their plateaus as well. So all that stuff is part of my coaching. And I have a offer for your clientele. That's a gift. And this is a great thing that anyone can use, and it comes in 4 parts. There's a 30-day mindset and health journal where they can track their gratitudes for the day, listing what they, really grateful for, because gratitude is really one way of staying positive during any type of health trauma or, releasing weight or whatever that you need to do. It's just a way to stay positive. And also they can track at the end of the day how they felt for the day. They can also track the foods that they eat, the activities they do, how much water they drink. And then I'll find out what foods are good for them and what foods are not. And also it will help them, track how they feel throughout the whole day. And then I also offer a free personal consultation where they get to know me and I get to know them and what they want to do. I have them do that health evaluation I mentioned before, which is based on symptoms, which gives me an idea of certain health regions to look at. And also it lists their goals. So, Chris may not want to lose weight. And so, but he wants to do something else. So that's what I work on, is I work on their goals and what they want to do. Okay. And finally, I review it with them, and I can create a custom natural holistic strategy for them to help them, to get healthier and revitalize their health. And the last part of that piece of that gift is there's a 30-minute mindset coaching, or they can use it for weight release. And they can find this gift at bit.ly, where you go to https://bit.ly, bit.ly/Debi, DEBI, the way I spell my name, -offer. And it's a great way to start looking at what's going on with your health and what you can do, and then work on it and eliminate some things. Because some people have, food intolerances. Some people, only person that's going to exceed with any type of weight release program is if they like the foods that they eat, that are healthy. And they will succeed and not yo-yo with gaining weight and releasing weight.
And if you'll say that link again so that Sally can catch that, and she'll type that in and put that up there for you.
Okay. It's https:// and then it's bit.ly, bit.ly/Debi, with my name spelled DEBI -offer. And they can get that for your audience. And once they do they contact me and get the appointment for the personal, free consultation, we can talk about their needs and what they want to do. Because people, if they really want to get healthy, they need to want to do it. They need to be committed to do it, like I was, and they will succeed.
Thank you so much, Debbie. That's so nice of you to offer that. And heck, I can use that in my doggone self.
Yes, you can.
Writing that down. And I love the gratitude. I love remembering what to be grateful for and appreciative every day. The little things build up to the big things.
Exactly.
That's what I feel.
Yes, I certainly do. It's kind of like gratitude is like a grain at the beach, and the whole beach, when it's whole filled up, is so much happy. It can make you happier.
Absolutely. But you have to notice the little bitty ones so that it builds up into the big thing. Absolutely. Exactly. Well, thank you so much. I hope that you feel empowered. I hope that you feel like you empowered people today. I hope you feel like you helped Chris, of anybody. Lord have mercy. That right there. Woo.
Yeah.
Nothing but love in this room.
I didn't mean to hurt his feelings.
Don't worry, he has none.
Fact of life, we have so much processed foods out there. And
I've got 9 sisters. My feelings were hurt a long time ago.
He has no feelings.
Good.
He's good.
I am so good.
Okay.
He has to deal with me.
Learn something, Chris.
Say again?
I hope you learned something.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I did. I got to start I got to start reading the packages.
So reading the packages, and there's a lot of foods out there that are really healthy. So you're not limiting yourself, really. You're not.
All right. Well, I definitely will look into it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much, Debbie. We're going to go ahead and release you for tonight. We appreciate you being on the show. And again, thank you. And you enjoy the rest of your evening.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
I see Catherine down there. We're going to pull her back in with us. Catherine, unmute yourself.
Hi, I'm unmuted now.
Did you go to Total Wine?
No. I was a good girl. I did not.
Okay.
I want you to take a moment and look.
I just gotta say, Chris, you already have people looking out for you, because you're already on the right track. She said sourdough is good, and I know for a fact you had sourdough rolls.
Look at
at
her,
Thanksgiving.
always trying. Look at her, always trying to.
So see, you're already on the right track.
With 2 gallons of Pepsi, he sure did.
She said sourdough. She didn't say nothing about what you drank afterwards.
We know what. I already know what you had to drink. I already know.
None but
I
love in
already
this
know.
room. None but love in this room.
Let me balance that out. Catherine, always trying. Always trying. Look, I don't want. Hey, did you get your candle? Did you get your candle?
Yes, I got my candle.
Who sent you a candle?
Well, it came from you, but then it also came from
What the
Michelle.
hell is? What the hell is? No, that was my candle I gave to you. Your crying ass. That's what happened. Let's be clear.
Oh, is that when you made the comment that you gonna get all the big ones and I'll get the little ones?
You can send it back if you
I
ain't
mean,
satisfied.
I'm just asking, was it that time? I mean, I just
Oh
want to know.
no, he doesn't get to send that back. That smells really, really good. He doesn't get to send that back.
If he's not satisfied, he can send it back.
Well, it's right here. It's right here. You see that?
Just
right
letting
here.
you know, you can send it back if you're not
Well, you
satisfied.
see, it's already wrapped. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
So yeah, you
It's
can
right
send it
here.
back.
You
If
know,
you're not satisfied, sir,
I
you can send it back.
didn't say anything about not being satisfied. I was trying to clarify for you
No,
that
your
I did get it.
your clarifications sound like
No,
that
I
you
got
were not
it.
grateful.
I got it because I was told that yes, I can have the small ones and you get to keep the big ones. Yes, I got that.
Oh, okay. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Sally said, "Little fires everywhere, Chris."
Look, let me tell you something, okay? You know,
Little
every
fires
time I turn
everywhere.
around, it's something different. So I just kind of like, yeah, okay. Okay.
I just like to show, we got mine burning back here.
Yeah, yours is big enough to see. Yeah, wow. Okay.
That's a smaller one. Look, that's small. What are you talking about? That's a
You
small
must have
one.
some small hands then.
I do.
Okay.
I absolutely do have small hands.
She does have small hands.
Because mine is that one.
That is a smaller one, but yeah.
Oh, a smaller one. It's amazing. Okay, I got this. So I didn't get the small one. I got the smaller one.
I think so. Let me see.
Did you smell it yet, though, Chris?
Yeah, remember you opened it?
Which
Yeah,
one
I
is
remember
that?
I
What
opened it.
does it say?
But I didn't know if you. I thought you smelled it, but
What
I
does it
wasn't
say?
sure.
Which
Well,
one is
I
that?
was gonna smell it, or you was gonna stick it in all the way up my nostrils. Yes, I smelled it. That was the day that you smell this, smell what? Smell this, smell what?
Smell this.
Smell
Smell
this.
it.
Oh, Dad, please let me hurry up and smell this thing.
Which one is it? What's the name of it?
It's the small one. So I got to get my
He's gotta
glasses
put his glasses.
because it's the small writing on the small candle.
It sounds like ungrateful.
Well,
Well, I got you the small one because
Okay,
she said she was
Grandpa.
going to give you one. So
Oh
why
yes, yes.
So why should
Yes,
I give you
I
my
see
big
this.
one?
This is I see now. It's named after orange juice.
What is the name?
It's sun kissed.
Okay, so it's this
Okay.
sun kiss.
It's named after an orange.
So right now I'm burning clear-minded,
It does smell good. See.
but still, this one, this pure bliss,
Mhm. I noticed you didn't get at her.
absolutely not.
Wait. Is that the one? That was the wax one, right? Yeah, that was the wax one.
No, they're all soy wax. They're all soy wax.
No.
They're all
There
soy
was
wax.
there was one that she had last week
They're all
okay,
soy wax.
that she was getting
So
ready
it's
to
like
have
a
the vapors
melt?
over. No, she was getting ready to have the vapors over. The one she got in the hand.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
I want you to do is listen. They're all soy wax, okay?
Okay.
This one is in the container like this. It looks like little hearts. Okay.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah. So yes, this is the one I was having the vapors over. That you don't even need to light it.
No, don't even have to light it. You see, you missed it last week. See, there she go. See, that's what happened last week. She had it open on the desk where nobody could see
I
it.
rubbed it on myself.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Which I'm
Yeah.
sure with these you can do the same too, because I believe she said, with these that even when you light them, like you can use them as an oil on yourself because they're soy. But what I wanted to show you with this one that wasn't lit.
So in other words, as long as you have a candle, there's no reason to be walking out here with ashy ass hands.
There you go.
Okay.
Now, how easily you just stick it right in there underneath, like this. Keep your lid, because for people who have candles and you have a lid, you don't want to blow it out. You just want to cover it like that. Then you don't get that sulfur smell when you blow. When you put your candle out, you just put your lid over your candle in order to extinguish it, so you don't get that sulfur smell. For people, if you didn't know, you don't blow your candles out. You do that to them to put them out. Sally said, I love your hair that way, Moni, especially with the cap on. Thank you. I do love this hair. I do. I'm going to keep this for a minute. I love this hair. Thank you so much. So, yeah, I have that. And that's from Michelle's business, First Class Candles, you guys. So definitely go check that out. Go on Instagram and Facebook. And they all smell good. Don't get it twisted. They all smell good. Ask Chris's nostrils as she stuck them up there in his nostrils.
I'm telling you, I'm sitting right here at the computer. I'm walking in the room. Moni sent you a candle. Okay. And she pulled this thing out. And here it is. Is it where? Here. Where? Here. And then she said, right here. Doesn't it smell good? Oh, no. Yes.
I didn't even put it in my bag.
I've always been like that. I'm sorry.
Now we know what Catherine does.
Yeah, she runs around stuffing people's noses, just like,
Smell that.
Yeah, she like that kid. If you don't pay attention to them, they come and smack you with something. Okay.
You know what it kind of smells like? Cheerios. Kind of smells like Cheerios.
So what do you do when you have no milk? You open the Cheerios box and smell them. Okay.
Well, I don't eat cereal because I don't drink milk.
I don't know.
But
mine smells like Captain Crunch.
it kind of, the Sun Kiss, it kind of smells like.
I never ate Captain Crunch growing up. I was a Fruit Loops kid.
Fruit Loops, it smells like all of them.
No comment, Chris. No comment, because I know exactly
Okay.
where you're going with that.
Yeah, smell it again. Smell it again. Smell it again.
Don't do that. I'm having a flashback. Don't do that.
There's the link right there. Go ahead and check that out. Firstclasscandles.com. In all seriousness, they smell delicious. And I like the fact the nice tin that it comes in, and it looks nice. And you guys, I lit it before the show started, okay? Because I didn't want to have to. I didn't want to have to put Chris through the torture of watching me light it and him sitting there, although he has his own now. But I didn't want to have to put him through that this time. But yeah, I lit that beforehand. And actually, I put some of the Pure Bliss. I just put it in here and lit it so it can melt. Oh, it smells so good. Oh, it smells so good. That Pure Bliss is no joke. I sent her a message and I was just like, that Pure Bliss is, oh my gosh.
FBI sitting around listening to that message going, all right, now we got to look out for some new stuff now. Some new stuff on the street called Pure Bliss.
Pure Bliss.
It's called Pure Bliss, right?
It's hot on the street now.
It's hot on the street.
Yeah. It's got them going crazy.
Pure Bliss.
Yeah.
They're losing their minds.
Yes. But yes, go check out First Class Candles, everybody, because look, you are that's no joke. If not, vacating that. That's the bomb right there. And we want to definitely thank some of our gracious sponsors, MONI LUVS Effects, Chris Lane Media, Lighthouse Styling and Beauty, and Get Bodied by Stephanie. I forgot to put on there WUBI Ubiquity Radio. So definitely we want to include them too. And we want to thank WUBI Ubiquity Radio listeners out there for hanging in there with us and welcoming us back. And all of our listeners and viewers that we have out there, make sure to hit that subscribe button and make sure to share this broadcast with a friend. Share it with an enemy too. You know what I'm saying? Nothing like educating the enemy. How about that?
Okay.
But guys, okay, back to
Educating an enemy. All right.
I don't know. I'm just saying, just
Yeah,
just share it. Bottom line.
Well,
So back. Go ahead, Catherine.
maybe they need a little bit of education, and then they won't be the enemy anymore.
Well, I like usually if
Damn.
it's an enemy, I usually try to educate them on talking to me in the first place.
Damn. She said it so stealth-like. Damn. So we being myself and Catherine, went to the first night of a Night of Misfits Film Festival. Okay. And let me again say thank you. Well, and also DJ Balo was there. Okay.
Yeah.
And let me say thank you to both of them for all of their assistance. Okay. And Catherine came out and she ran the back of the house. DJ Balo set up all my stuff. I just came and I just talked on the mic. I just sat down. And Catherine was back there and she had my iPad and the people sat, she brought them out, they sat down. I did a click. All the information was on the screen. Lovely. It was great. It was beautiful. What's your name? Oh, okay. Let me click. Oh, there it is. Beautiful. I just showed her how to do it, showed her how to run this thing, and it was there. It was absolutely marvelous. She did a great job at that. So appreciative. Thank you. It made it run absolutely great so that I could pay attention to just interviewing the people. DJ Balo
You're
came.
welcome.
He set everything up. That was great.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It was.
So that I can again just concentrate on interviewing the people. This never happens. This never ever happens. I have to do everything from the rooter to the tutor and back and forth. So that was great just to be able to concentrate on interviewing the people that were sitting down. And boy, did I interview them. We had directors from Italy, France, Baltimore, New York, Ohio.
Glendale.
Yes, local. We had local.
Or
also.
no, it was Chandler, not Glendale.
Chandler. A couple other places here in Arizona, but then I'm talking for out of state.
Right.
There was someplace else out of state that there was someone from, but the furthest was Italy. You had Italy and Paris. It was outstanding, remarkable, absolutely remarkable. And so and this was Catherine's first film festival ever. Yeah. And I meant to say this to you. Yes, Sally, we were bummed that you couldn't be there either. You missed a great one.
That would have been so much fun.
You missed a great night of fun. So I meant to say this to you, Catherine. I'm glad you were there. However, this was the worst film festival to be your first one. Okay. You have been spoiled beyond. They are not like this. They are not like this. Okay. So
hey, I heard y'all had heaters.
Yes.
See.
This heater was this big and it was like, like.
I forgot. I didn't even tell him about the one that was under the table.
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about.
I told him about the space heaters when we were out.
No, I'm talking about
watching
underneath the table.
movies.
I'm talking about underneath the table. That one was remarkable.
So you went from one event that didn't have no damn heaters to another. Whoa, I'm sorry. Let me leave that alone. Okay.
Yeah, they brought everything out there for us. They brought absolutely everything out there for us.
Did they have an after party?
There was no need. The
We
whole
didn't
thing was a
stay
party.
that
See, that's
long.
what I'm talking about. See,
Yeah.
that other event, you had to wait to go to the after party,
No,
and people weren't really going to party. They were really just going to stay
To
warm.
warm up.
But
They
you know,
needed the alcohol to warm
right.
up.
But
No.
oh no, we're not gonna talk about that one. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
the alcohol was there. The party was there during the thing.
Mhm.
And yeah, it was absolutely great. The people were friendly, like
Oh,
it was
yeah.
all inclusive.
Mhm.
It was the films. So
Mhm.
the CKB, the Italian director. So now when I interviewed him, he made it very clear that he was crazy. Okay. And guys, I'm going to be cutting up
All of
those
this, all of
periods.
this, while you were sitting there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
that shows a level of mentality that scares me.
Okay, that's fine. And
Because if a person is sitting directly next to you and says, "I'm crazy," that's when I'm getting up.
no, he said, once you see it, you'll look back and you'll say, he's fucking
Yeah,
crazy.
He's crazy. Yeah.
No, he said, can I cuss? I said, yeah, go ahead. And that's what he said. Yeah, he said,
Okay.
this is what you're going to say.
He's the one that did which one was it that did that last video we watched before we left?
That's
Was that the
CKB,
Italian director?
Italian.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
No,
Yeah. That was definitely right at the edge of what I could.
Because Catherine doesn't like scary movies.
No.
And I will say, because you guys will probably never see this film, so I can tell you the crux of what happened.
Well, that is definitely a plug for that movie. You'll probably never see this one.
Well, because it was at a film festival. This is why I'm saying it.
A lot of good stuff comes from film festivals.
Absolutely. However,
This is true.
you'll probably never see this one. And so until he makes it into a feature, this is what I'm saying. It's a short. And so this picture takes over his mind. He's in the kitchen cooking with a big ass cleaver, and he starts chopping his own finger off, and then he eats it, and then he throws it up, and then he steps on it, and then he puts it in ice and all this type of stuff. Like all this happens right in front of, and it's just beautiful because I like that type of thing, and I'm just in love, absolutely in love. There was nothing better in life, and then I'm like, oh, he is crazy, and I love it. Because I stayed. His was the one from last of the films, and the film festival was outside, and it was freezing. I was freezing my butt off, and I was falling asleep too. And I'm like, I gotta stay. I gotta stay to watch this. And I'm so glad I did. And he won. He won horror. Best horror film. He deserved to.
Cool.
Absolutely.
Did the director that did Nursery Crimes?
Everyone
win
that I
an award?
interviewed, won.
Sweet. Yeah.
Everyone I interviewed
Very
won.
cool. Very cool.
And so here's another fact. So do you remember Donovan, the one with the beanie on? He had the black beanie on. It was his very first film.
I think so. Yeah, I think I remember him.
Donovan Smith. Very quiet. Very quiet. Okay.
Yeah.
So he just he did a post, and he said in his film, the river that it shows in his film, because he also won, his brother's ashes were spread in that, and so the wind meant even more to him because his brother's ashes were in that river.
That's very cool.
Yeah, I was like, wow.
Yeah, that adds a whole new level of significance to it.
Yeah,
So.
the young lady that had the script for the script section, she won.
Very cool.
Yes. John, he won. The one who had the paparazzi. all taking pictures while he was sitting down with us.
Right.
The other gentleman he had the animation, he taught himself animation. He won.
Very cool. For the animation part?
Yes. And it was a special award because he taught himself animation. That was his first time. Remember, he was so nervous and he was so caught off guard by that award and everything. Yeah, he was cool. It was like so amazing. Like I had pictures, like he was just so in awe of all of it. Yeah, it was great. And the fact that everyone I interviewed won.
Yeah, and it was cute because the little gal that submitted her script and was in the script contest, she was, I don't know if she talked about it in her interview with you, but when we were back in the back, she was talking about the fact that she like didn't, somehow she wasn't 100% certain she was going to do it.
Right.
And so she like had to mail it to herself, and so just some of the things that they
mail
had
it to herself.
Well, because I asked her about the fact
sure
that she had it, did she have it registered and all this type of stuff, and she's like, she didn't have it fully registered, and so she mailed it to herself, and it was postmarked and all this type of stuff. We talked about that and everything.
Wow.
Yeah. Because
so that's
just the things that she had to overcome.
It just happened so fast.
Get here.
Yeah, it happened so fast. And she came, I think she came from Brooklyn.
Oh yeah, well, just getting to the subway in New York is
Shut up, Chris.
Yeah, she was in Brooklyn. Well, see, to y'all it's Brooklyn, to us it's Brooklyn.
Yeah.
But okay.
She had it trademarked, but I think it wasn't with the registry yet, and so she had it mailed to herself and postmarked.
So she did the poor man's copyright.
Exactly what it's called. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because it just all happened so fast. Because she's like, So she was. It
was very cool. It was a side of in the film industry that you don't see all the time.
Yes.
You know, you go to a movie and you know it's all polished up and looks nice and it's the final product when you go to the movie theater, but you rarely ever get to meet the directors and the actors and the screenwriters and all of those pieces and parts, and the fact that especially with some of the smaller ones that are still trying to get funding, that do the short so that they can get funding for the full video. I mean, for the full film.
Yeah, they have to do a short.
You rarely ever get to see those directors and see
you
that
surely
they do so many roles.
And you surely don't think of them as being nervous, and you surely don't think of them as being, the all of those type of things. Yeah.
And every last one of them was incredibly down to earth. You know, you would never know that they had put so much time and effort and you know were so talented if you didn't talk to them and if you didn't see them at the film festival. They were just like the normal person you would see in the grocery store,
right? Because some of them have won multiple awards on their films already. Yeah.
So that was really cool to get to see all of that. And you know, maybe you see that at a lot of film festivals, but like I said, this was the first one I'd ever been to. So it was that novice experiencing that.
Well, is there a list of the movies? Is there some sort of a list of the movies that people could go to and see, like, hey, who is nominated?
Yes.
And whose pictures were actually played there?
Yes, I have all of that. All of that. It's on my page. It's on Going Down the Mic Facebook, and it's on Going Down the Mic Instagram. You can go to both ones, and you can see all of that on both pages. And then you can go on to go ahead.
Can people still view their films?
No.
Or were they only available at the film festival?
Only at the film festival.
Okay.
Yeah, you could only see them at the film festival.
That's kind of a bummer. Because some of those were really cool. I mean, like I said, my favorite was the nursery crimes one, where the director took like a different spin, a dark spin on the typical fairy tales, the typical nursery rhymes.
That's the plus of going to film festivals, is that you really get to see some humdingers at these film festivals.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You really get to, and that's why when there are these film festivals, people travel all over to see them, because, I mean, you get to see some gems that sometimes turn into on the big screen. And sometimes, you never get to see anything about it again. And that's why I was saying and dig this, Chris, because several of those, because we were there on the horror night. And so, of course, several of those directors then found out later that I was the special effects makeup artist for Finally You. And so when I'm complimenting them on their stuff or whatever. And so then on the last night of the film festival, after the awards, they all got together and found out that it was me that was the special effects artist. And they had seen.
So you had a moment. You had a jelly moment, huh?
Wait, fangirl moment.
Not fangirl. They were fan guys. They all came running up to me and they were like, that's you? You did that? We saw your film. And like, they saw it in Paris, or they saw it in other countries. They saw it at other film festivals, and they've been looking for me. And they were like, oh my God, your work is this. And I'm still getting messages from them. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm getting messages from directors in Italy. I'm getting stuff from directors in Paris. Like, holy shit. And so
that's great.
Shit. And they're like,
that's the way it should be.
But
that's the way it should be. Absolutely.
Well, and I've been down for a minute, because here in Arizona, I'm looking at, some people who taken some of my work here, and I'm like, and they're doing some real subpar shit. And I'm like, oh, y'all just don't even want, because I'm known for the realistic stuff. And I'm like, y'all don't even want it. Like, what am I even doing this stuff for? What am I wasting my time for? With all the studying and the skills?
Because what happens is when they see, there's a difference between something that you make that's imitation and something that you make that's real. And once you see, okay, this is what I got, but this is not what I wanted. And once people start to realize that you can do more, but you're not, because what you are doing is not being appreciated, then it's like, okay, no, we need you. Now you've been in that environment where you had you had that same, you got to see what it was like with that guy, with that director you were working with, and how he lost his mind when you mentioned well, if you think you the voice, I got the voice. Now you're in that same seat. You're in that same seat. You're looking there. You're standing
crazy.
There, and people are coming to you going, I didn't know that was you. I didn't know that. Yes.
They were all in a huddle. And all of a sudden, they all turned around and came over to me and they were like, no, you need to be working with this person, like your work. And I'm like, are you serious? And they were like, you like our film? Like, that's an honor that you like our film. I'm like, what? What?
Because when you will find that most people, when they are home, and I'm going to say this, when they are home, they are not recognized for their work because they're too accessible. They are too accessible. Now, these people who don't have access to you, they all over you, because it's like, oh man, wait a minute. What happened? We could have had her. We could have been with her. We could have been doing this with her. We could have been doing that with her. Yes, they don't understand. People do not understand that I can go someplace else and be and be respected. And they don't understand that. They don't understand that at all.
I had to pick my mouth up. His message when he texted me later, he said, your work is beyond fantastic. You are a master at your craft, and you definitely deserve all the praise. What?
That's awesome.
What? Like,
There you go.
Mhm.
I'm
There you
just
go.
humbled.
I mean,
I'm humbled. I'm humbled by it.
because people see the work.
Good night, Sally. Look, go to Hawaii, enjoy your family, and know everything's going to settle down and you're going to be just fine. And don't worry about doing nothing for the show, lady. Unless you just want to. Don't you worry about it. We
Man,
appreciate
you better get out of here. Get out of here and have fun.
Yes,
Have
don't even worry
fun.
about it. Just
Travel
watch the
safe.
show. Yes, you can watch the show and laugh, but you don't have to worry about doing anything. We appreciate you.
Hey, you could be the field reporter from the from the lava.
Oh my God.
This is Sally reporting live. Yes, this shit is hot. Okay.
Have a good time, Sally.
Be safe,
night.
sweetie.
Yeah, but bottom line is it was a fantastic film festival, and I highly suggest that anybody that gets the opportunity to attend it, go. So keep a watch out on the Going Down on the Mic pages, because I'm going to be breaking down little excerpts from the interviews, and then I'm going to be posting pictures. The awards, y'all, I never seen no awards like this, because they search high and low for all these freaky awards.
I've seen it.
You have, but other people haven't.
Oh, okay.
Other people haven't. They search high and low for the most unique and outrageous type of awards that they can give out, and I'll be posting some pictures and different things like that. So definitely look out for that. Anything you want to add from the film festival, Catherine? This was your first one.
No, I think that's we covered a lot of it. I think it was just a very positive experience for me, especially for my first one.
What was your highlight?
I think the highlight was actually getting to be kind of your behind the scenes, because what it did is it allowed me to meet them. I am naturally very quiet, and so sometimes I will go to a bigger event and not necessarily introduce myself. I'll kind of sit in the background and kind of absorb and watch a little bit before I'll jump in. And being your behind the scenes and like checking everybody in and getting all their information and all of that kind of forced me to go engage and meet all of them and kind of talk with them what they do and how they do it, type of a thing. But the other really cool thing that I do have to add is that you could tell which people in the audience were there to critique the films, because one of the guys that I actually ended up sitting with when you and I got separated for a little bit when we were eating, the guy that was sitting right next to me to my left was one of them. And you could tell he had like his little notepad, and he was taking notes as far as like what he liked, what he didn't like, and all those kinds of things. And I've never been in an audience where you have your critics that are sitting there looking at the films and evaluating them and that sort of thing. So that was cool to see all of those different elements in play.
Right.
So, I mean, I've been to a premiere, but I didn't see anybody there to critique the film, even at the premiere.
Right.
Whereas at this film festival, that's what they were there for. I mean, that's because they knew that was the only place they were going to see it. It wasn't going to be premiered type of a thing. It was at the film festival. So
the judges were there.
Right. And it's possible they were even judges too. I don't know if they
had badges on. You probably just didn't pay attention.
I didn't. No, because I didn't know what to look for. I just saw the notepads and the fact that and I didn't want to interrupt them.
Up to. The guys who were snoozing up to him, those were the judges. Okay, they weren't friends. Though the guy that everybody was trying to buy drinks for, that was the judge.
Yes. Well, I'm glad that you got to come and enjoy yourself. They had a lot of good food. They had a lot of candy and the popcorn.
They did. Oh, the
The-
popcorn was really good.
Never
Very,
had popcorn
very
that
good.
good. Yeah,
No, usually when people have the little small popcorn makers, they burn it.
yeah.
But they did really good with it. So
When we
I was very
were
impressed.
back on the show, like you were in the show, it hit us. Like the smell hit us, and we were like, "That's it."
Yeah.
No, I
Yeah.
saw the tape of that. That when she came on for the last 5 minutes of the show, that was
Mhm.
funny. You're sitting there going, yeah, such and such and so and so and such and so. Somebody got some popcorn. And Catherine just kept on talking. Yeah, and such and such and such and such and such. Yeah, it just hit me too. I'm like,
Y'all don't
really, y'all?
understand. You don't
I'm like
like.
lost. Yeah.
You saw people, and they had 2 bags at one time carrying
Uh-huh.
it, just
Yep.
so they didn't have to get back up. It was that good. The
It
popcorn was
was. It was.
delicious. So
Yep.
yeah, all the snacks were good. All the snacks were delicious.
Yeah.
I told you guys in me just talking and and telling you about this, but Catherine, was I not accurate about the food?
Oh, you were. And you had said before, Danita knows how to put out a spread. And so, when I heard that, I thought, okay, so she, there'll be good food. But I didn't even think about like snacks for during the movie. And then we get back there and they had this entire table that was like just candy. And oh my word. I mean, she does know how to put out a spread. Oh,
That's
my.
good. Somebody
Yeah.
just came in. They said, hey, Moni, hey, Chris. I don't know who it is. Facebook user.
Yep, say your name, type your name. Yeah, and it was, and then the last day it was so much left and she didn't want to take anything home, that she's just like, keep filling the bags, people. I don't want to take nothing home.
Keep filling the bag. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And there was such a variety of it. It was
Oh my God.
yeah.
It was ridiculous. It was ridiculous.
Absolutely phenomenal.
The little bites with the salmon and
Yeah.
it was just stupid
That-
crazy. Hey,
that-
Shay.
And then the cheesecake. Those little cheesecake bites were really yummy. Yes. So,
Everything was delicious, guys. Look,
yeah.
look, you all at some point will learn to listen when I give you all the. I'm never going to steer you wrong about some food, especially some food and events. When I tell you it's going to be on point, and I tell you either get there early or it's going to be ABC, you better listen. You better listen.
Well, it was a lot of fun.
Yes, I'm glad that you got to come. I'm so glad that I got to enjoy it with you. I appreciate you coming. Like, you
Absolutely.
made that so smooth for me that
Thank you.
I may need you to do
I'm,
that.
I'm super excited for our next event that we are going to be going to, which is this Friday as well. So
What's this
on
Friday?
The 2nd. This Friday is the 2nd.
What's happening this Friday?
That would be Michelle's event.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't going to say a word. I was going to let her not be there, and I'll come back with a big candle and be like, you missed it.
Right. We're just going because the show is not going.
Well, no,
We're just going.
I know. The show's not going.
I'm like,
the 3 of us will get to be there. And so
Right.
I'm super excited to get to go with both of you.
Do not
and
scare
get to
me.
meet
I'm
her
like,
and get to meet her and talk with her in person.
I'm
So
like, wait,
I think that is
where's
super
the show supposed to
cool.
be? I'm like,
I will
Do
be
not
on the
scare
phone
me.
and I'll be like, hey, twin, let me tell you what she forgot the other day.
not at all. I did not forget that. But I'm like, where is the show supposed to be?
Candle smells so
No,
good,
this
she forgot
isn't
who the
gonna
hell
be a
you were.
recorded
Okay.
show. This isn't going to be a recorded show, but this one is just like an event that we get to go to.
Yes,
To go
absolutely.
network
Absolutely.
and have fun at. So
This
I'm
will be
excited
good.
for that.
This will
Yeah.
be good. Chris, do not go in asking for everything, okay, sir?
I'm not asking for nothing. I'm going in with an empty bag. I'm just gonna start scooping up stuff. I'm not asking nobody for jack.
I'm
Okay, I'm just keeping it real.
gonna snatch your bag. Do not ask for nothing. Do not take nothing. Okay.
Wait.
You come empty, you leave empty.
You know what gets me? Somewhere during this course of this, I know the next thing I'm going to hear is, did you wash your hands? Make sure you go to the bathroom before you leave the house, because I'm not stopping. Go ahead.
I don't care if you go to the bathroom or not.
Well, the way you do, you starting to sound like a mother. So I'm like, you're not taking nothing. I'll smack you in our 5. Don't do this and don't do that.
When we go in this store, don't ask for nothing.
See, there you go.
When the show start, don't ask for nothing. When we go in here, don't ask for nothing. Don't put nothing in no bag. I better not see a bag. I better not see no big pockets, no cargo pants, nothing. Let me find out.
All I'm saying is you're starting to sound
you
like
might
a mother.
see a big bag because he never goes anywhere without his camera, but that would be the big bag.
I don't think you can bring your camera. Only because, I don't think you can bring your camera to this. I don't think you can bring your camera to this. Only because of the people that'll be there.
Oh.
Well, I'm not taking the camera.
Okay,
on my
so
bag,
that's the first event I've been to.
My camera goes everywhere with me.
Yeah, you need permission to have your camera at other people's events.
I need to have my permission to have it out.
Oh.
But I will check.
Yes, please do. Yes, please do.
Anything else?
Yeah, thank you, Catherine. He just moseying on in with cameras and taking down pictures.
Well, no, he knows the rules better than I do.
I didn't say take pictures, but I always have it with me, which is what Catherine said. I have it with me.
What you got it with you for, Chris? What you got it with you for, Chris?
Because
he
I'm on my way to
by
the
osmosis.
event.
I'm not talking to you, Catherine.
If I see something on the way to the event.
No, we at the event now.
Okay, well, I'm not leaving in my car.
That's true. That is true.
Okay, Chris. Well, it's been a good one. Chris has gotten in so much trouble from the rooter to the tutor.
Look, I stay in trouble. I'm not even worried about
with the guests and everything. He done got told about his gluten and his Pepsis and his throw up jelly beans.
No, we didn't talk about jelly beans.
So, all right, guys. Again, thank you, WUBI Ubiquity Radio. Thank you to all of our sponsored guests. Thank you to our listeners and our viewers. Thank you, Catherine, for joining us today. I do appreciate that. Chris, thank you for not disappearing as many times today. I do appreciate that too. You only disappeared on the damn guests today. How about that? How about that? Miss chatting with you all too. Shay, I know. I'm glad you're here with us today. I'm glad you're here with us. Come on back some more. I know you are busy, honey. You are on all the podcasts. You got practices going on and you got fundraising going on. We do understand. So you get with us when you can get with us, sis. We understand. I at least see you out there and you're handling business. So we understand.
I think they've got a performance coming up soon.
It was tonight, I think. I think it was tonight. But I could be wrong. But I do believe she had something going on tonight. So you guys join us next Wednesday, as always. The replay will play on Monday of this show. The replay will be Monday, and then join us again for our next live show on next Wednesday. And look, if you would like to be a guest on the show, please let us know if you know someone who would make a great guest. Go ahead and email us. Don't forget to show support for Raising Brit. Go to raisingbrit.org, and if you can do a donation, a monetary donation, that would be beautiful. If you can't do a monetary donation, share. Get the information out there about that organization, because that in itself would be amazing to let more people know about it. How about that?
That works.
Yep.
Absolutely getting the word out there about it, because then maybe they can do a monetary donation, or maybe they can just use the services, because that's what it's there for. All right, guys. Chris, you got anything to say before we leave?
Don't have anything to say.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, I always do, but I figured I'd be quiet tonight since I was told to be quiet. Um, as always, want to thank my wife Ellen for empowering me to do this show every week. So I want to thank her. I love her very much, and I'm glad to have that support system that edifies me when I need it. So thank you. I love you. Yes, I finished. I'm done. I'm done. I finished. Everybody's looking with their mouths open, like.
Right, Catherine? I wasn't sure.
Right. They all waiting for the joke. Like I know there's something else.
No one thought it was a joke.
I just wasn't sure there was more to it.
Thank you. You were there with me. Okay. Thank you, Catherine. I'm glad you're here today. So you could thank you. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Okay. Well, guys, we're going to
Ladies
go
and
out.
gentlemen, this is what I put up with every week. I want you to understand that I'm changing my name next week to
So
the
what?
abused. The abused.
You're not
Okay?
abused. You're not
The
abused.
abused.
You're not
Okay?
abused. You're fine. You're fine.
Okay. I'm gonna start my own 501c. Okay. Come save my ass. Okay. That's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be a GoFundMe account. Come.
All right, guys, we're going to go out the way we came in with our favorite person, Anthony Frazier, with Vibrations. Until next time, we'll see you later.
Can I ask you a question?
Peace.
Can we stop the arguing? Can we take a moment where we can calm down? It's just so exhausting. Swinging in the wind, going round and round. I know that we won't say sorry. You beg and I plead, but my heart can't beat until I feel the vibrations. I wanna give you vibrations. I know that we won't say sorry until I feel the vibrations. I wanna give you vibrations, baby. I see me addressing you. Let me put the smile right onto your face, tracing every inch of you. Using my tongue to find your happy place. I know that we can't play naughty. You beg and I plead, and you pull my heartstrings until I feel the vibrations. I wanna give you vibrations. Until I feel the vibration.